I wait for camera.
So I'm going to announce on the radio, then I'm just going to taxi on to the runway and then go, okay?
Okay.
Just so you know what's going on. Because of the wind, it's going to be a little bumpy getting out, but it should smooth out once we get a couple hundred feet above the ground. Again, just so you know what to expect.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, make sure there's no traffic. Warden traffic, lights for trike, 0 uniform November, taking off runway 14, will be departing to the southwest, Wharton. All right, here we go.
It's pretty smooth now.
Yeah, it's not as smooth as I would have liked, but it's a lot better up here than it was near the ground.
Yeah.
So the clouds moving by overhead will give you an idea of how fast we're moving relative to the air, because they're moving in the same medium that we are.
Oh yeah, good point.
And these are all solar panels underneath us right now. So this is kind of a combination solar and wind farm. This time of year is really interesting because you have some of the fields are very green and some of them are brown, so it creates this like checkerboard pattern. So what I'm thinking I'll do is there's a fish farm out over here and some more solar panels, so I'll just go fly over there.
Okay.
There are quite a few fish farms around here as well, fish hatcheries. And then there's a plant nursery out over here that we'll go fly over, a bunch of like greenhouses and stuff. But if at any time you want to land, just let me know.
Alright, I'll definitely let you know, but so far this is awesome.
Great.
So I would guess about 1,800 feet.
You're right on it.
Nice.
You aren't looking at the display?
I was not.
Okay. Yep, we're at 1,808 feet over the ground here.
Yeah, it's just like kind of extrapolated it from my roller coaster experiences. Oh yeah, that's a lot of fish ponds.
Yeah, there's more way out over here. And, you know, there's all the solar panels out over here, and over here, over here.
I will say I like the weather up here more than on the ground.
Yeah, it does feel really nice up here.
It does. To me it feels like kind of 72 degrees up here.
Yeah, the ambient temperature is 80 degrees here, but you do have the airflow over you. So we've got another hour of daylight. I don't know how long you want to fly.
I'm good to go as long as you are.
Yeah, well, if you're good, we could go fly out to Lake Texana out over here. You can kind of barely see it.
Yeah, I have no frame of reference here anyway.
And that could be a little adventure.
Yeah, I can see why you like it up here.
I could stay up here all day, and I mean I pretty much do when I do my cross country flights.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you at all. Oh, I can see the lake now.
Yeah, there was actually a ghost town where the lake is, and when they dammed it, it just flooded over it. So if you're into like diving, maybe you could go and check that out.
Yeah, that's a pretty sizable lake.
The sun went behind those cirrus clouds, so it got dark all of a sudden.
Yeah. So far I can't see any boats that I noticed.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen any here. So we're going downwind here, so we're going 89 miles per hour ground speed.
Nice. Oh, I see trees blowing out water, so I can understand why there's no boats down there. Because those are obstacles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even see one in the middle, kind of. Do you know what the name of this town is?
This is Gado.
I see the, I assume football field.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a few baseball diamonds.
Oh yes, have you.
Might be a school. Indians. Gado Indians.
So what is our ground speed right now?
74. We've got a little bit of a tailwind because we're going north.
Yeah.
I mean, we're mostly going east. I guess we're going east-northeast.
Yeah. We are pretty much keeping up with traffic down there.
Yeah. Yeah, the speed limit on that road is 75. So this is the nursery over here. Some of these might be trees. It's kind of hard to tell because they're small.
Yeah.
And then there are a bunch of greenhouses over here. See, it's still a little bumpy as we get near the ground, and that's not because of thermals, but because of the wind hitting things. They call that mechanical turbulence. And so that might make the landing a little interesting, but it is fairly light at the surface, so I don't think it'll be too bad.
actually went much better than I expected.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Very enjoyable.